Where is it going wrong for the Padres? I have one simple point. Let's do a little digging in. Let's start with this. The Padres have a lot going right. Juan Soto is hitting. Fernando Tatis has made a successful transition to right field. The starting pitching has been quite good at the top end. And the unheralded Ha-Seong Kim has become the top fielder in the sport. That's a lot to go right. Take a look now, a quick look at their basic production. Starter ERA, they rank 6th. That's out of 30 Major League teams. Reliever ERA, they have 17 blown saves, second most in the National League, but they're also 10th in ERA. But their hitting's a different story. They're 18th in runs per game, 13th in weighted runs created plus. They're not quite hitting, so let's dig a little deeper. Look, there are things you can control, things you can't, right? Manny Machado getting hit by a pitch, getting hurt, not hitting, you can't control that. He's a very consistent player. He's a superstar, but he's league average this year as a 100 weighted runs created plus. But then, they also get no production out of their catcher, Austin Nola, and the 2 DHs that they signed in the offseason. Nelson Cruz, since DFA'd, and Matt Carpenter. So now, think about it. It's a lack of production at third, DH, and catcher, at least until Gary Sanchez was picked up, and his bat has already slowed. Which brings us to the biggest signing of the offseason, Xander Bogaerts. The Padres signed Xander Bogaerts to a monster deal, 11 years, $280 million. Kind of a shocker. Here's a case where you can love the player. He's a great player, but not like the deal. Here's what happened. Xander Bogaerts takes over at shortstop, right? That moves Ha-Seong Kim over to second base, right? Tatis goes up to right. He can play shortstop. Kim can play shortstop. Jake Cronenworth goes to first. Everybody's kind of a shortstop over here. Here's what you can control. Kim is an excellent defensive shortstop. He could have stayed there with Tatis spelling him when necessary. Cronenworth is a very good player. He's a superior defensive second baseman. His bat does not play at first base. I'll show you exactly what I mean. Over the last 3 seasons, Cronenworth has an OPS plus of 111. 100 is league average. Again, Cronenworth is a good player. He has good at-bats, good process. But you have a 111 OPS plus playing second base. You're the 8th best hitter among second basemen in all of baseball. That's good. That same 111 OPS plus, it's only the 16th best among first basemen. And this year, Cronenworth isn't even near that number. The Padres are a big market club at this point. They're playing big boy baseball. 3rd highest payroll, number 3. You can afford power at first base. Cronenworth can field second. Cronenworth played 41 games at shortstop 2 years ago. He held it down there. He's 29 years old. Leave him there while you can. This was all exacerbated when Cronenworth got off to a bad start. His OPS plus is still only 92. League average again is 100. So now you have no pop at first base and DH and third and catcher. Suddenly you have a lot of holes for a number 3 payroll. Some of that you can't control, some of it you can. So the Padres, at the power positions, had no power. First, third, catcher, DH, and a weighted runs created plus of 80, way below league average. Take a look. 80 weighted runs created plus at those positions. Again, catcher's not really a slugging position, but they had nothing there. Catcher, first base, third base, DH, 80. Everywhere else, including second and shortstop, where it's tough to get production, weighted runs created plus is 120. So they're doing the hard part, but missing the pop where it should be plentiful. The basic theory is don't move a defensive player to an offensive position until you have to. Now, is this the whole Padres problem? Of course not. But they're going to have Bogaerts through his age 40 season. That's like John Heyman's age. And for now, they have shortstops all over the field. Money makes you do strange things. They had the money. They went big on Bogaerts instead of building more organically.